Well, thank you for sitting down with me today. I wanted to talk a little bit about the KentuckyWired broadband project. You've obviously been working very closely with Governor Beshear in this. Tell us a little bit about the goal of the project and what it will mean to the state, and specifically in your district in Eastern Kentucky.
Well, I think it will revolutionize the economy of Eastern Kentucky, at least perhaps the state. We've lost all of these coal mining jobs in the coal fields, thousands. When the governor and I decided to call a summit to talk about what can we do, and we had some 1,700 people show up in a blizzard in Pikeville 2 years ago, to talk about what can we do in the area to rejuvenate the economy and reinvent the economy, frankly. Out of that organization came SOAR, Shaping Our Appalachian Region. And I took to the governor and the leadership of the legislature an idea that the center at Somerset, the Center for Rural Development at Somerset, had been working on for 2 or 3 years, and that was the broadband extension. And I took this idea to the meeting with the governor and the state legislator leadership, and they were sold. It required no selling, because this will give us the capability with broadband, high-speed, high-capacity cable. We will be able to recruit businesses that massage information. We've had a little bit of a taste of that at Somerset, where the local development foundation there a few years ago discovered that AT&T had one of their, they call it POPs, point of contact, whatever it is. So we ran cable from that station about 4 or 5 miles out to their new industrial park. And we've been able to recruit some low high-tech companies, Blackboard, for example, and just 2 days ago, EOS, a German company, American company, both of whom processing information. So I think we'll be able to do that all through the mountains of Kentucky, that type of new industry that's out there. Why? Because we've got people who have great work ethic. They want to stay home. And the wages are very competitive. All we've lacked heretofore was the infrastructure, and the cable gives us that magic third leg. And so I think the broadband cable will recruit all sorts of businesses that we've not dreamed about in the past, not to mention the individual contacts in homes and businesses already there.
Mm-hmm. Well, great. Well, we know this is a P3 project, a public-private partnership. In fact, I think it's the largest in the nation. Can you tell me a little bit in greater detail about the financing of this project and how it got to be?
Well, it's a mixture, of course. I was able to convince the Appalachian Regional Commission to put in monies. Then we earmarked some monies, if you will, in the appropriations bills up here. The state legislature created some monies. Of course, all of that was not enough, because this is probably a $300 to $400 million project. And so the governor was able to sell Macquarie, an Australian company, to be the owner of the project. So it's a public-private combination. Mm-hmm. And it could not have been done without the private investment.
Great. How will this impact prices for consumers, or will it?
That is beyond my grade level. I don't know. But my guess is that the hugeness of this project, the statewide impact of this one project, linking it up to the national grid, ought to bring prices down. Mm-hmm. But I just don't have enough knowledge about that to tell you.
How will KentuckyWired help boost the economy through the growth of jobs, healthcare, and education in Eastern Kentucky, and really throughout the entire state?
Well, it's going to enable hospitals to link up with each other, and medical clinics and all sorts of medical installations. We'll be able to link up all the colleges, universities. business interests of all sorts, banking, agriculture, and the like. If you can dream it, we can do it. And I think this cable will give us the capability to dream big dreams outside the box. We've got to think anew. This is a whole new world in which we find ourselves. And we're going to be able now to bring jobs to Kentuckians rather than send Kentuckians to jobs in Detroit or what have you. So the economic impact, I think, is incalculable.
And I guess the same would be said for the overall impact for business in Kentucky with this project as well. Or how would this impact, businesses in Kentucky directly?
Well, no end there as well. I would think in marketing, it enables them to hop on the cable and advertise to the world, literally. It will enable them to better manage their resources, their inventory, orders, receivables, and the like. But it's up to their imagination. For example, down at Williamsburg, with limited cable, we were able to attract the United States Department of State. They have there the worldwide visa processing center. You get a visa in Rome, Italy, they make your picture and they send it to Williamsburg. And Williamsburg compares that picture to pictures of people who we don't want in the country, to be sure they're not duplicating. World-class facial recognition experts in Williamsburg. So we can do this stuff. And that's just one example of what can be done.
Great. Now, some have expressed some concern about the timeline and the financing of this project. I believe there's a 30-year financing plan, and we all know that technology is ever changing and ever growing. Do you have any concerns about this, the timeline really matching up with the technology?
Well, you got to be careful with it, of course, but I think we're on good grounds here. The investment that Macquarie is making, I think, is a good investment for them. At the same time, it's a great investment for us, for the public, because we're going to get a service that we could not otherwise afford. The length of the contract, of course, was negotiated with Macquarie and the state, basically, and the center. So I'm not in a position to argue with that term, nor even to know whether or not it's a good idea or not, but I think it is.